Hello. Uh, don't worry about the black screen. I may have cut it a little too long, but it's fine. It's part of the game. Anyway, we're back with MGS2, and I've got the usual suspects.
Metal Gear Solid 2, the game where even black screens are too long.
Yeah, pretty much. It wouldn't be a Metal Gear game without a black screen and Snake's voiceover or etc. But I know this is not Snake's voiceover, which is actually the one time people go, "Oh shit, it's not Snake talking."
So, you might notice that the Colonel is only speaking through the left audio channel. This isn't not any part of my fault. This is just the PC port weirdness happening.
But in the meantime, the shells become a landmark, a symbol of environment.
Yeah.
It's simulating Raiden. I mean, mystery character. Obviously, he's only got one thing in his
No,
ear.
his name is Snake.
His name is Snake, yes.
Hmm.
I love how they gave him that code name, and then it just got dropped. Like, when did it drop?
Before you
But they
even
stopped-
start playing.
Right?
And the funny bit is that the entire time, before you hear your code name changes, Raiden's all, "This is Snake. I'm infiltrating the complex."
Yeah, that's like him trying to pull his best fucking Snake impression ever.
He's just role-playing. He gets really into it. It's like LARPing.
So yeah.
I remember for the longest when I played it just the first time, I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't Snake. What's going on? What are you doing, Kojima?
Oh
This
yes.
guy hasn't smoked a cigarette in his life.
This is the beginning of a very, very long, hilarious, and very, very trolly relationship between Kojima and his fans.
Yeah, I know. I almost feel sorry for writing because holy shit, did people hate him.
It's alright, they made him better. Or made him better liked.
They had the money. They had the technology. They did improve him.
Honestly, writing wasn't really my problem with 2. It was just his girlfriend Rose. Or I'm like, why are you in this?
Jack, do you remember what day it is tomorrow?
I know, right? And it's sad to say, and I think this has been
Containing catastrophic levels
a
of
statement repeated overly, but Kojima apparently based this on his, like, I think ex-wife. Because this is how females talk, right? And when he saw the venomous response on Rose, he was like, "I am so sorry. I did not mean to think like my ex-wife was a bad person or she was nagging or anything like that." And it's like, whoops.
by any means necessary.
Oh, Kojima.
Speaking of characters and speaking of voice, well, kind of tangentially related, but speaking of voice actors, this very year we've actually lost 2 fairly high-profile MGS2 voice actors. One was actually about 2 or 3 weeks ago, as of the recording of this video. Yeah, earlier this year, probably around April or May, we lost John Seigan, who voiced Solidus.
I'm now inside strut A of
And
Shit.
literally like last month, we lost Barry Denon, the voice of Fat Man.
posted here.
What's the visibility?
Oh no, not Fat Man.
Strut.
Yeah,
I won't
That
have to
sucks.
use
that
the
does
oil
suck.
gun.
I was very, very,
Okay.
very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, like I remember,
Cut through the oil fence. There's
I remember,
something besides me
and I'm
that
not
wanted
saying
to
I'm
get
minimizing the
past
death of other voice actors,
Possible.
but when they said the voice actor for Roy Campbell died, my heart sank. Then I'm like,
Shell's plan.
no, and they said Japanese. I'm like,
We're changing
that
your
still
course
sucks,
for
but
all
you
following
had me
the
going,
mission.
no, Colonel.
wrong with Snake.
And don't get me wrong, the Japanese one is definitely a huge blow and what.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like, oh, that really sucks.
All right, right.
And most of the time, when a
We've
voice
already covered
actor
infiltration in VR
passes
training.
away, they
I've
tend to write the
completed
characters
300
out, if
missions
I remember
in VR.
correctly. Like, sort of like out of respect, so
Yeah.
you know, because
Okay,
they don't
we'll skip
replace
that
them with
part.
another voiceover
Make sure
actor or anything
nobody
like
sees
that.
you.
I could be
If
wrong
you
though.
need
Mm.
Brian, you're such a
contact
nerd.
me by Kodak.
Did
The
you say
frequency is
nerd?
140.85.
I feel like a legendary mercenary.
I know, right? It's just like my video games.
Just like one of my Japanese animes.
When you hear that
I'd just like to mention Python confused me again. I thought he somehow left 2 audio layers in there. No, he's just doing Raiden's thoughts again.
Contact you if anything
Yep.
changes.
First, make your way to the upper section
It's so
of the big
great
shell.
just doing that. I
How do
just
I get
love
up to
it.
the next level?
Because in reality, these guys are
There's an
thinking, this shit
elevator
is
at the
crazy.
far
I don't
end
want
of
to
that
do
area.
this. They're putting
Use
up a
that.
facade when they're doing these missions. They're all like, all right, I'm ready to
Your
do
new
this.
sneaking
And then you
suit
hear their
uses
inner thoughts. They're like,
electrofiber
no
technology,
way.
a byproduct
can't
of
do it.
fiber
Professionalism.
optics research.
I'm about to
Right?
go in my
The
pants.
texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide
Oh wait, that's a
range
Not
different
yet.
guy.
of substances.
Yeah, not yet.
Itself has
It
a
kind of
wide
makes me
range of built-in
laugh a lot
sensors.
that
It is referred to as
Ryan's
smart
only
skin
training is
military
technically
R&D. Data
VR.
about damage to different regions
He
of
just
the
did
body,
VR
including blood
training.
loss,
This is a
exchanged
motherfucker
between
going out in the field, and the only
intravenous
experience he
nanomachines
has
to
is
create a
video
feedback
games.
system.
Yep.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's like
pressure
the
on the torso.
the classic movie trope of the fighter pilot who has hours upon hours of virtual flight training, and it's his first mission.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
You know, you remind me of that when I saw Sticks in a plane, and they were like, this dude landed a plane before. Yeah, all the time. And he said, yeah, in a game, but I always press the reset button when I'm about to land, because I never landed one. And I'm like, oh. Oh.
Main mission objectives.
Whoops.
So hey, we're finally in control here.
Oh my God.
For maybe the next like 2 minutes.
So how long did it take for you guys to realize this was almost exactly the same layout as Metal Gear Solid 1? Well, when you go over the other side, that is.
I mean, not very long. It
I've
probably
never-
took until my second playthrough.
I've never played this game past the tanker, so just then.
I just love these subtle. I wouldn't say it's subtle,
Subtle.
but in a
Subtle.
way, it's
Yeah.
subtle. Sorry. Wow, I can't say that right.
No worries.
But it's kind of funny in a way. Like if people who pick this up, it's like this is exactly like Metal Gear 1, and it's like yeah, they pretty much are doing a simulation of Shadow Moses all over again.
Yeah, more or less. In fact, in the remake in Twin Snakes, they actually upped the verisimilitude because they added those 3 lockers to the left side of the elevator in the docks and in the Twin Snakes.
Who could be beating up those people?
I'm not gonna lie, when I was playing this, I'm like, am I really gonna have to look out of that mask every fucking time? That's a pain in the ass to see.
Yeah, I generally try and focus my eyes on one of the 2
I've sighted
openings.
An enemy sentry.
Just
Makes
like
it a whole
looking
lot
through a
simpler.
telescope.
And a mock
Yeah,
bomb.
more or less.
Those grenades,
A piss-stained
all the equipment
telescope.
is Russian made.
Must be a Galoob
No, it's like those
Hey, they
HD
bit the
glasses.
pistain filters
A
before
Russian private army
360
that was in line to
PS3
work
could.
with the
Suck it,
Shadow
Call of
Moses
Duty.
takeover 4 years ago.
What's their stake?
No, it's like those HD glasses, you know, the ones that make everything orange,
An
that
arrangement
don't
with
do
the
anything.
They become a
Yeah, except
All
they
that gloom.
it's like the stereoscopic 3D ones, except they forgot the blue side.
Colonel, everything looks so 2D.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed having that little gameplay break.
Just a little one.
Yeah, just a little one. Don't want to detract from the movie too much, you know.
Yeah, you see, if I think video games, I think movie. That's why David Cage is such a... Am I getting that name right?
I think so.
Yeah, David Cage. Yes,
Yeah.
You're getting that right.
That's why David Cage's movies are the best video games I've ever movied.
Looks like a solo job.
One man.
I will say this, yeah, his games are like lame as shit, but good lord, his plots are over the top and stupid.
They're all out
In a way, that's what I enjoy about David Cage, but good lord, do I hate his ass.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can
Yeah, that's
take
fair
advantage
enough.
of the situation
At
and
least,
There's
at
a
least
terminal in
Kojima
front
can
of the
do it
elevator.
with
A node.
enough camp to make it entertaining.
Nerd.
Not nerd. Node.
Well, yeah, that's why I always feel when people start doing the divisive, like, Twin Snakes is on a Metal Gear game. I'm like,
Then
did
what?
you ever play the
Pull
old
up
Metal
the map
Gears?
of the
We had
structure.
fucking poison
That'll let you
hamsters.
activate the
We had a guy literally fucking burn someone to death with a spray can, a ghetto ass flamethrower.
Yeah.
This game is not above anything. The series is not above anything.
No, Metal Gear is the best anime.
Very much.
Yeah, it is.
Reports. We need to
The
get
Twin
to
Snakes is actually
Shell's node to put this data
the anime version of Metal Gear Solid. It's great.
The node unit is about
Yeah,
3 feet
yeah.
high. Should
So
be
when people
colored
were
blue.
like, "Oh, I like
Each
Metal Gear
area
4
has at
serious
least
story,"
one.
I kind of snorted a little. I'm like,
How do I
"Did you
gain
just say the
access?
word serious?"
Just push the
Because
action button in
holy
front of the
shit,
node.
this game is not serious at all. I mean, nearly all the plot of it is really retarded. The first one can be summed up. We do not know how genes work.
I think when they say serious, I think they're saying it's played seriously,
No, don't get me wrong, yeah.
but
I mean,
it's
that-
it's nonsensical plot, basically.
I mean, it's arguable how seriously it's played, but that's neither here nor there.
No, I just realized why those guards are knocked out. It was Pliskin who knocked
Yes,
them out.
yes, it was Pliskin. In order to pad out the gameplay a little bit here to avoid having too much of a movie, I decided to go play with the soldiers a little bit. I wanted to make a man pile. Bring it back to the roots of portable ops.
Everybody in the man pile.
It's like a ball pit, but with men. Or wait, is that still a ball pit?
Ah.
That brings a whole new meaning to the term "it's raining men."
Hey, I forgot why he got shocked.
What
is this for again?
The terminal was interacting with the nanomachines somehow.
Ah, okay.
He's picking up his first plasmid. It's fine.
You know, for a speedrunner, you're really horrible at typing your name fast.
Well, I was trying to decide what exactly I wanted to name this file. In fact, I kind of screwed up. I meant to edit this to be faster, but we'll name him something quite apt for his station. Minus a couple of T's there.
I thought you were gonna go with Dick Butt E. Dick Put. Give it a bit more fanciness.
Oh no, there's nothing fancy or classy about this LP. Also, I'm going to date the video, as in date when I recorded the damn thing.
In this video, we are 12 years old. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, everybody.
Also, sorry, Fox, but you're not canon in this LP.
Damn it.
So, yeah, this is actually a completely different save file from the ones I did previous for... I mentioned it before, but each video in the tanker was from a separate recording from the one previous. So my save file continually got just jacked up, so I had to fix my options there to put previous back on. The only thing that remained the same was the fact that my map is off. Also, that means the endgame stats at the end of the credits, they're going to be completely off.
Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered,
My immersion in this
So,
LP is ruined.
use it.
Here's a thread contest. Anyone who can actually
It's all made
manage
from
to
currently existing technology.
pull together all the... well, it'll be difficult with the edits, but that's why this is a challenge. But if you can pull together the proper stats for the playthrough,
After touching the pause button.
I mean, I don't know what I'll do, but I might do something for you.
Set aside a proprietary
Huh.
frequency for
Yeah,
saves
seriously, go.
and an analyst to
Good
work
luck.
on the data
Oh
too.
god.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Hi, Rose.
You know, it's pretty sad how in Metal Gear's Rising, they only gave her one or two real lines. That's it.
Some might say that's a good thing.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, here, you're gonna have these minimal lines, and that's it. And we're gonna cut your hair.
Meanwhile, in MGS4, Jesus fuck, will you stop talking to me about my goddamn psych gauge?
And according to the files,
Seriously.
she knows you better than anybody else.
Will you bring back
Those
mailing?
may be in the service, but an intelligence
She comes back in
analyst
4 as
is
well.
no field officer.
Very briefly, but she does.
She has our technical staff at her disposal.
Oh, it's so hilarious how Mei has a thing for old
insane.
guys.
I have my
That
own
Snake
reasons
sort
for
of does
selecting
just
her for
like
this
look
mission,
and
Colonel, I fail to see.
I know your
crap.
VR
I
training
am
performance
really forgetting
anyhow,
her name right now.
but sometimes
Meryl?
that's not enough.
Yes,
You're familiar
Meryl.
with
Thank
the
you.
Shadow Moses
Meryl is
incident?
just giving me like, don't you dare try hitting on her.
It was a crucial tactical detail that case
You know,
taught us. It was the
So for some reason, we just keep going back to MGS4.
I was trained to fight.
What?
What can I say? MGS4 caused a lot of rift.
We've learned that it
I mean,
doesn't work that way.
This time it was my fault. I brought it up. I'm sorry to myself,
Jack,
and I accept
stop
my own
with me whether
apology.
You like it or not.
But at the same time, do you really want to talk about this cutscene
But
with
I
Rose
have
and Jack?
conditions.
I-
Not really.
I do my best to block it out anytime I actually
I'll
watch it.
perform my duties and save that mission data.
There's a cutscene going on right now. I've been looking at something completely different. He's got a ball.
But that means, Colonel, that I am not
I mean,
required to
also
follow your
fucking
orders
Kojima
outside
being a
of my
goddamn
immediate
movie
duties.
nerd. I was like, Jack and
is
Rose.
not
I'm like,
simply a
you
field personnel for me
motherfucker.
to track.
You know, I'll be perfectly honest. It took until probably last year before I realized the reference.
yeah.
It's shameful, I
It
know.
took, like, it was like immediate for me. I was like, wait, his name is Jack. Her name is, and I'm like, and freaking Kojima is a huge Western movie nerd.
hmm
For the duration of the
Like, someone showed me all the cover arts of the like the Kojima games or any games he was he had, say so or anything. A lot of them were like always based on like Western movies like Lethal Weapon or Die Hard, etc. Stuff like that. I was like, or Terminator. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, Blade Runner is. Sorry, I got that around the wrong way. Snatcher is completely based on Blade Runner, so.
I'll keep trying till I
Oh
get
yeah,
an
no,
answer.
definitely. Pretty
I'm
much
gonna let you
Snatch Runner
go
is
now,
just
Jack.
basically a
Take care.
Blade Runner love note.
Mm.
And that's why I love the Doofy Man.
So hey,
Because he's just a huge movie. nerd.
Gameplay.
here we go.
Oh
Gameplay
my God,
again.
another one?
Yeah, another break.
Christ, I forgot how many calls there are.
Right?
Oh, I'm so glad I prepared myself for that break there.
Find somewhere to
Mhm.
hide until the elevator arrives.
See, here's the
You
problem
must
with Metal Gear
stay
Solid
out
2.
of
This is
sight.
where everyone's like, oh, cutscene. I'm like, well, it's mostly the beginning is like front loaded with it.
Oh, it so very much is. It's front loaded and it's back loaded. Seriously, the longest cutscene in the game will be like the last block, and that seriously will take about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty normal for Metal Gear Solid games, though, right? The last cutscene is normally the longest because it's got to clear up all that exposition from earlier, and the villain's got to reveal himself as "It was I all along."
It was me, Dio.
It was me,
Oh, jeez, now
brother.
Now I'm imagining Dio as Liquid.
Sons of Liberty.
God damn it.
It was me this whole time. See, Ocelot is pretty much Dio.
I'm so glad that this LP was sponsored by Pantene Pro V.
So that's why you changed
Oh,
your
yes.
code name.
Right. But
How do you
he
think
can't prove
Raiden's
that
hair
it's
gets so luxurious?
He died 2 years ago on that tank.
Definitely not seagull poo, which maybe we'll see some in this LP.
Survived?
Not a chance.
See, here's the hints right here that I knew that wasn't Roy. Roy would never like blow off his old
Colonel,
basically friend.
I'm
Yeah,
on
no.
the roof. There are no
He's like, not a
sentries.
chance. I'm
It'll
like,
only take one
you
to
really have
spot
no
me in
haste?
this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all.
sorry, just that one
Still
ever caught me off
exercise until you can
guard.
find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
But yeah, as I was saying, like Roy would never just blow off Snake like
And the
bitch.
president?
Not a
Seems he was
chance. I'm like,
spotted
yeah, you're
on
not Roy.
Strut B.
Strut B?
Ah. I promise not to overuse the internal thoughts mechanic here, but
No, keep using it. I
So
love
the
it.
whole thing is
Eventually, I'll get used to it, and I'll remember that you haven't accidentally left 2 audio tracks in the recording.
First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Did you say nerd?
Nerd work.
So, we're not quite out of the opening cutscene exposition block just yet.
And there it is. Slipped on
Whoop.
the bird shit.
And the funny bit is, you can actually...
That area is
Yeah,
caked
you can
with
call it
seagull
Colonel.
droppings. You'll slip if you
Yeah,
run over
good.
it.
Thanks
Be
for
careful.
warning me too late, jackass. But I could just imagine freaking Ryan calling him while he slipped on shit. Just lying on his back as he's hearing this call, and he's just giving the most face.
Ryan, look at that wire fence.
So, I so very much wanted to skip this codec call, as I generally usually do.
Crouch down.
But for the sake of the LP, and since I skipped over the one that tells you press triangle to open hatch doors, I decided I would take it.
You can use
And then
weapons
promptly
even
speak
while-
all over it.
This is different from VR training, so you keep that in mind.
So, hey, speedrun tech. Minor time save. I moved literally inches further into...
Do we really have no
Door.
line of communication with
You
this
really
field?
saved that 0.0001 seconds, Python. I'm proud of
We
you.
work in the dark, and this mission
Hey,
is no
frames are
exception.
important.
Only a
Frames
few
are people
know
too.
About your presence here. There's no need for concern.
I don't think I have
This
a response to
operation is
that.
under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the vice
I wish I
president
did,
and the
but I
Secretary
don't
of
think I
Defense.
can actually
Your
bounce a joke off that one.
But it's gone through the usual channels.
Anyway. Like I said, we're not out of the woods on this one yet.
No, we're not.
By the end of the video, we'll be pretty close to being out of the woods.
That means more
But,
more cutscenes in the next video, everyone.
There's gonna be cutscenes in every video, I'm
I
pretty
always
sure.
love that fucking unnecessary fucking cartwheel Raiden does.
Yeah, I mean,
Show off.
He is.
I guess.
He's like a very excitable Solid Snake nerd.
I've located the node.
I guess it's his version of a SWAT roll,
Can't get in any closer.
but like,
Distract them.
God
Try making
damn.
some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
I tend to forget this game can get a little handholdy sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So hey, my map's off. But
Whoa.
do I actually go for the node? I think I do. Yeah. No. Wait. Hold on. I'm showing off that you can actually just run
Realize the
behind that
map is
guy.
off.
Do you say?
No, I know my map's off.
Did you say nerd Python?
I did. I sure did. Anyway, I was just showing off that you could actually just run straight behind that guy. And then I screwed up. But all is well.
You didn't get a call off. It's fine.
It's true.
Then you walk through a door and he just forgets you were ever there.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I do like about Metal Gear Solid 2 is just like sometimes it feels like it's a race when you get spotted and then you see the guy pull up his mic, his walkie-talkie, and if he ever speaks to it, and even if you cut him off, they're still gonna send motherfuckers after you.
Well, it gives you time to react to the situation, at least, unlike MGS1 where it's like, you get seen and
Hanging?
just like that. There's an alert and you got 500 people crawling up your ass.
No, that's true.
Sounds painful.
I always just find it funny how it's like, what's going on? Respond. I'm like, holy shit, they thought of everything.
I'm giving it
You
a
would think,
try.
haha, I cut your shit off. I cut you off before you could say anything. You should have read. Oh crap.
And once it runs out, you will fall.
You know, I out of frustration every time I held them up, I shoot their walkie-talkie. I'm like, now you can't kill them, motherfucker.
The operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Thankfully, they didn't go too far where they're like, oh,
They need to be
could you
kept in
imagine
the
if you
dark
shot
about
it
our
and then they
presence.
still saw someone just like, hey, your walkie-talkie's not responding.
patching it through.
It's all fritzed. We're gonna go. We're gonna send someone over there to check what's wrong. And you're like, God damn it.
Get real.
Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package.
Whatever.
Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is
Definitely.
on the way. Come on.
Exactly.
Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack.
God damn you.
Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
The president's life is in danger. Head to Strut
That's
B
going a
now.
bit too far. I love it because I'm using my headphones for this, and I can just hear Raiden's voice just fucking gnawing at my ear.
So there's nothing really important to say about that bridge. It's a bridge
No.
with people on
Yeah,
it.
it's-
So hey, did you like that scene where you're walking down the hallway and the ninja just disemboweled 5 people?
I know, right?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, Python. I do not know who this ninja is.
No, for a guy whose name is Great Fox, you'd think he would remember.
I don't know who this ninja character is. Can you explain in depth, please?
No.
Did you say nerd?
No, he said no. Why do you keep saying nerd? Oh, right. Now I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, now I remember who this is.
Yep. It's a ghost!
It's a dead guy.
Highly trained soldiers.
Professionalism.
It's alright, they're no genome soldiers.
I mean, it's true. The genome soldiers would have just, you know, the question mark above their head. What was that noise?
Oh, I know who that is. He's some kind of creature of the night or something.
He's there to make everyone feel uncomfortable.
He does a fantastic job.
He eats the scenery, but in a good way.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. It still amazes me how Phil Lamar's range, how good his range is. I'm like, wait, you were Vamp? What?
I'm very happy they got him back for... God damn it, I'm doing it again. I'm very glad they got him back for MGS4.
No matter how hard we try, Metal Gear Solid 4 is always there.
It's
So,
the sequel to this game. You might say, but Python, wait, isn't MGS3 the sequel to 2? And my answer is no, you're a moron.
who would ask that question?
But
kind of,
anyone who's not familiar with MGS
what kind
games...
of non-Metal Gear Solid fan would ask that question? Get out. Leave the thread.
It still makes me laugh how many. It makes me laugh how when you answer the question Metal Gear Solid 3, it's like, what are you a fan of? It's mostly just for the mask. So if you say Metal Gear Solid 2, you have fucking Ryan's mask.
I mean, you'll get that
That's who we
anyway, because of the section in, like, the end of the game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Wait,
you get
yeah.
to start with it if you say you like MGS2.
That made me laugh pretty hard. I was like, oh, oh Kojima, you cheeky bastard.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, the Metal Gear Solid timeline is just as confusing as the Devil May Cry timeline. Something to do with guys with white hair.
5 today.
There he is.
6.
I don't know how I feel about Vamp, to be perfectly frank. I don't know if I like him as like a villain, but god damn, he's just so hammy that you can't help but like him as a character.
Get down!
Why, who's that guy?
It's a mystery.
We'll never know.
I mean, he is the most professional Steel we've seen yet, so...
I know, right?
We'll never know. Damn it.
It's gonna be a mystery for forever.
It still makes me, for the longest, I was like, wow, David Hayter, you got a little lazy for being a new character. I didn't know, I didn't know for a little bit because I'm like, oh hey, it's David Hayter. Because for a second, I did believe that. Let's face it, we're not dancing around this. Come on, there is no spoiler.
There are no spoilers,
say
it's
this.
true.
I, for a little bit, did think Snake was dead.
Strange smell.
Because he was like out for a while, and then it's like,
then here's this guy with the same voice actor, miraculously.
With the same voice actor.
And when the
too,
mask
right?
comes off, he looks exactly the same.
What are you waiting for?
Well, Big Boss did have a lot of clones.
Shoot him! You've got rookie eyes!
Yeah.
Are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait.
Your safety's
Look
on.
what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
I like how the conversation takes place in real time, and yet this whole
Be right there.
magazine sliding across the floor is in slow motion, and then, oh hey, where'd he go?
Talking is a free action. for that.
Look, if Snake in the middle of a gunfight can use his codec, everyone else can. It's just fair.
I'm not an enemy. Calm down.
Fair enough.
My name is.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Pliskin.
You can tell he could totally just made that up on the fly. Like, you're really horrible at making up names.
My name is Snake Pipe. I mean Pliskin.
How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Where have we seen those?
Have I seen you before?
Sounds like Snake. Looks like Snake. Can't be Snake.
That's right.
No.
Now I just used to pull out a cigarette and you're like,
Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
Also, I like how they actually have Snake deflect the conversation. It makes him seem at least slightly more competent than in the first game, where he's asking just the dumbest things.
No, not really.
So this is
oh, here it comes.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
like what?
Sneaking mission 60, weapons 80, advanced
VR, huh?
but
He played a whole lot of MGS VR missions.
A virtual grunt of the
Hoo boy.
mean nothing to me.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die.
And what's even better is Raiden gets so very indignant about the fact that Snake is talking shit about VR training.
I know, right?
That's why he got so defensive when he thought the Colonel called him a nerd.
War is a video game. What better way to raise
I could just
Delta
imagine
soldier?
Snake just going kids these days, getting raised on video games and war. The fuck, man?
missions? You're a nerd.
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind
You
control?
fucking nerd.
Raiden, what's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
I could just imagine Snake being like,
What
"You
about the
crazy
president?"
bitch. You
Looks like they
crazy."
took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was.
Also, that's probably one of the first times you actually see
Yeah.
in-game
Lieutenant
cutscene what it looks like
J.G.
when you're doing a
Pliskin.
codec call.
Your face.
You're holding it.
This
You're
is a
holding
top
basically your
secret
ear.
mission. No one can know that we're
Well, I mean,
involved.
it's a bit better than the cell phone hand from the new Total Recall.
What's up?
Take a look.
God damn it, Raiden. Did you let him see your face? What? I was meant to not let people see my
What
face?
the hell?
A Navy captain.
Maybe I should have kept that mask.
Maybe I need more VR training.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I
Oh,
thought.
speaking of, there it is, the cigar.
Because the best thing you can do after losing a lot of blood is to smoke a smoke.
Fucking freak.
Smoke it out.
That was fair.
Mm-hmm.
He's remained.
Snake likes to replace red blood cells with cigarette
The way
smoke.
he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions, the unit would launch.
Oh wow, I never realized that concept art is Batman, Vamp, Fortune,
show
and
VR troopers like you how to deal with the
Solidus.
the original leader died in prison. The unit began.
Man, they did a really good job. I couldn't tell George Sears was, you know,
more and more extreme. Began to
basically,
go after
you know,
US
Big Boss's
allies,
other
even
clone.
civilians.
Yeah.
We estimate that no fewer than 100 people.
You know, I love all those jokes later that came out. I was like, Sears, Solidus really wanted to be his dad so badly. He got an eye patch too, but too bad he got him the wrong eye.
There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
And you know what? I'm gonna have to bring up Metal Gear Solid 4.
That's fine.
Come on, you know that was a classic troll move when they destroyed the body, and they're like, Big Boss. Oh, by the way, that was Solidus's body. Yeah, we didn't give you the real Big Boss body. Yeah, and I was like, damn, Solidus. Even in death, they fucking treat you like a chump. I almost feel a little sorry for you.
Hashtag Solidus
Just
did
a
nothing
little.
wrong.
Seriously.
No, I'm being absolutely genuine in saying that too, because he really didn't. He wants the Patriots to be done before they do something completely terrible, like make MGS4 happen.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just dead cell members to hold.
Sorry, I'm lost. I didn't follow that conversation at all.
Briefed on any of this, and you came in alone to do it?
Alright, so, again, there are no spoilers in this LP. So, if you're interested in, for whatever reason, keeping your spoiler cherry unpopped, I suggest tuning away from the video, because I'm about to explain a whole lot of shit. So, basically, in this game, Solidus, so Solidus angered the Patriots in MGS1 by,
Currently at the bridge between struts B and C.
what did he do exactly? I forget.
Damn, I can't.
But anyway, he made them real fucking mad. And he was the president at the time. So, they canned him, and then, elected someone new into office. And when George Sears got canned, he ended up getting real vindictive against the Patriots, who, up until this point, we don't even know exist. But, basically the Patriots are looking to control, like, literally everything about the world. All of the information, all of everything.
It's 141.
And,
141.
Solidus is really, really trying to stop that. He's actually looking to detonate a nuke to EMP the fuck out of the Patriots because, again, spoiler alerts, they're all fucking dead and it's just AIs running the show now.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But, as part of the information control, the Patriots also begin to implement a system called Guns of the Patriots, that's the one, where all weaponry is ID controlled, and
Maybe I'll find out.
if, for some reason, a PMC or someone goes off the fringe, they have the ability to completely nullify all of their weaponry, and this and that and the other thing. So, Solidus was trying to basically stop that from happening in MGS2, but as we'll see as the game goes on, that doesn't work out in his favor.
SEAL Team 10 has engaged someone on the BC
When does
connecting
anything work
bridge.
out?
The president is most likely there as well. The BC connecting bridge is on the north side of Strut
Honestly,
B.
Metal Gear
The
Solid 4 was
president
the
is in
only one
danger.
that technically
Go now.
played
Don't
it
forget to
straight.
log into the node in Strut B.
Like, there wasn't like,
The
hey,
node
you
for
did all
Strut
this,
B is
now
on the
we can
south
go
side
on
of
with
the
our plan.
transformer
No,
room.
4 was
It's to
pretty
the west
much...
of where you found the
Yeah,
dead
this shit
captain.
happens.
Surely you mean the lose low, Python.
Although I still found it stupid how they're like, oh, yeah, the Patriots were helping. Maybe they just wanted to end it themselves. I'm like, that's stupid.
But it's the lose low.
Jack, do you remember what?
Because we needed another one of these in this video.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god,
That's
Rose.
okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough. And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow.
Why
seems
not
more
now? Raiden,
appropriate.
priorities, please.
I need
It's
all the
like
help
you're
I can get
fucking
so
in
they
a
won't chicken out
mission.
anyway.
where a
that
bunch
the
of people
reason you
are
decided to be
dying,
part of this
and you're
mission?
asking this stupid fucking question.
Colonel, this is why I didn't want to be in the
I'll
mission.
do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake.
See, even Raiden has to know something's up.
The
He's not,
legendary mercenary?
as much as he plays a bit dumb, he's not that dull.
Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Please don't.
Lies. All lies. Because that's not really your girlfriend.
That's another debate
Got it.
entirely.
You know where I was going with
I
it.
know. But that's a whole other can of worms.